Hey, what is going on, SMT Nation? It's your boy, the SMT. Bad news for CBRS, in my opinion. T-Mobile, Verizon probably directly impacted, and I think this is also an indication of what AT&T could also be fearing moving forward with Spectrum and the current FCC and kind of the politics of things. Anyways, when I talk about CBRS and 3.5 gigahertz, you guys usually hear me speak very candidly about its limitations, but it has huge potential and upside. So obviously in low power, it's not the greatest when it comes to reach, but in a very densified network, it offers incredible capacity. On the LT side, as it is, I tested, I get 5, 6, 700 megabits per second. It's a huge asset for a company like Verizon. T-Mobile's been leveraging it. Any carrier can use it the way it's set up. Let me actually talk about that. So, acting chairwoman of the FCC, Jessica Rosenworcel, wants creativity in spectrum management moving forward. The spectrum sharing that she's speaking of involves the sharing between commercial networking and public applications. She cites creative policies, specifically citing the example of CBRS, in which you have general access and you also have PALs or partial access licenses. So, just as many actors in this phase as there are commercial services. So she's basically saying that T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T can't hog it all for themselves. The CTIA has called for spectrum exclusivity for 5G build out exclusively, and this has been going on for about a year. And everything with the old FCC that seemed okay, but under a different FCC, that's not the case. She wants to be creative and efficient. Those are her quotes. This could take a while to study, to look at the dynamics, probably a while. That seems to be the way they want to do things. Think back to the track phone review, probably gonna be set back for a few months. Anyways, T-Mobile was quoted last year as saying spectrum sharing should be as limited as possible, and commercial operators should continue to get exclusive access to spectrum. And that's the precedence. That's what we've been seeing. Anyways, the DoD, the Department of Defense, is not really a big fan of commercial network exclusivity. So they're kind of in the good graces of the FCC in that space. They see eye to eye on that at least. And of course, with the last administration and trying to compete internationally, likes of China and 5G and things like that, it was a really easy sell for carriers to get as much spectrum as possible out of all these auctions and all the things that the FCC was doing at the time. So CBRS is a big thing. It's band 48 is big for Verizon, and T-Mobile leverages it too. Anybody can use it as general access, but they want to see more and more of these spectrum assets go specifically for commercial networking use. I fear what could be happening here in the future. Less and less spectrum could be set aside specifically for commercial use, and it might be more of a sharing scenario. Let me know what you think of this development. Let me know if you agree with me, if you see that kind of being the way this FCC is going to play things out. Let me know if you agree with that approach. I disagree. I like to see the carriers get more of it because they utilize it and they build it out, and it's available to everyone, anybody who has smartphone access and cellular access. Let me know what you think. Sound off in the comment section below. The voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.